Hello all loonies and normals, my name is Joe Silver, welcome to my channel. This week I'm going to be talking about No Man's Sky. I haven't personally played it myself, but I have watched plenty of streams of it, but really I'm not really so much talking about the gameplay itself, and in that sense in one way, but also in a way I am, but more about it being one of the biggest turnarounds I have ever seen in a video game industry. The biggest turnarounds. When No Man's Sky first came out, it was buggy, it was boring, it was, blah blah blah. Basically anything and everything that you can think to say bad about a video game was probably said about No Man's Sky. It became a meme to hate on it. Nobody liked No Man's Sky. It was a terrible game. Nobody did. Oh, this is wrong with it, that is wrong with it, the other's wrong with it. Like I said, they called it boring, they called it, buggy, they called it all sorts. People were saying of Astroneer, oh, this is what No Man's Sky should have been. Basically it was absolutely wrecked. People did not like it. They really ripped on it. And I mean, for me, I didn't go along with it, but you could sort of see why when you could see some of the bugs and some of the, and some of the gameplay and how repetitive the gameplay seemed and how very little story there seemed to be at the time. It was a hot garbage mess. But here's the thing. Some devs in that situation would probably give up on it. Say, well, we're not going to sell any more, sell that. We'll go on and we'll make another game. These devs clearly didn't. These devs went back to it and says, why are people hating on this? Right, let's go have a look. And now No Man's Sky 2.0 is out and everybody is playing it and people are actually saying they like it. It's the biggest turnaround you've ever seen. People are actually saying they like it. That people are actually saying it's a good game. No Man's Sky has gone from the worst game ever to one of the best. It has absolutely, completely turned around 180. It is unbelievable. Now there's less bugs. I'm not saying there are no bugs, but there are less. The gameplay is much more enjoyable. There's actually a big storyline now, which I won't spoil, but and you can even play multiplayer, so you can have like people join you, that your friends come along and join you. They have done so much to that game that they have really turned it round. It is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Did most people ever think they would see a day when they would say, No Man's Sky, oh, I enjoy playing that, and people would go, what? Wouldn't go, what? Because tell you now, for the most part, that would be the reaction when it first came out. If you said you enjoyed it, they'd be like, what? What are you talking about? That's a rubbish game, that. Not anymore. They actually turned it around and they made something amazing. The gameplay is amazing. The only thing I don't like about No Man's Sky is that there is no such thing as a universal translator in this world. Or if there is, you don't have one when you start the game. I mean, I had this discussion with a streamer and he was saying, oh yeah, but how do you translate something you don't know exists? Yes, but a universal translator, as soon as the idea is, and this idea was fostered mainly in programs like Star Trek, is that when it hears a language, it learns the language. And then once it learns the language, it translates it for you. So I don't know exactly how it works, the ins and outs of it. I'm no mechanic or science fiction nerd. There are people much more qualified who could tell you that. But the point is, this game is set in the future. So at that point, you would think, somebody would think of making a UT, a universal translator. They didn't, apparently. You have to actually go around and learn the languages. Which, I didn't really agree with, because I thought, well, you know, it makes no sense to me. How are you supposed to play the game if you can't understand it? That being said, that is my only flaw. Now that is the only flaw I pick in. I will pick in No Man's Sky, and that's how big a change. At one time we used to say, "Oh, it's boring. It's buggy. It's blah blah blah," you know, and used to hate on it something rotten. Loads of people did. Like I said, I wasn't one of them, but there were plenty of people who did. You know, there were plenty of people who did, and you know, but because of all the haters, I said I'll never get No Man's Sky. And to be honest with you, I probably still won't. But the only reason I won't now is because my system won't run it. It is a massive game, way too big for my system. But it is also, as I said, one of the most amazing turnarounds I've ever seen. You know, it has gone, as I said, from worst to best. They have really pulled it out. They really made something of it, and now people are actually streaming it again. They're actually playing it. You know, it's really coming to its own. People have really begun to like it again and to turn back to it. And I don't know how else to say it except that the devs clearly listened. They clearly said, right, well, people don't like this game. We're going to make it better. Like I said, I'm sure there are devs out there who would have gone, people don't like this game, we'll move on. We'll make a new one, we'll put this behind us. Nah, not these ones. They worked. So, you know, fair play to them, they worked. They made their game, and they made sure it was good, and they made sure that that reputation no longer stuck around. And like I said, there may still be one or two haters who will say No Man's Sky, that's rubbish, who don't know that actually it's good now. But for the most part you won't hear many people say it anymore, because they have absolutely worked and made something amazing. And I to be honest with you, it blows my mind, because like I said, gaming is such a fickle industry. Gamers can be quite fickle sometimes, you know. If they don't like a game, they don't like a game, and you will not convince them to go back to it. Or so you would think. But not this time. This time people are going back to it, who played the original, who are going to it and saying, yeah, we will play it. That's amazing. That's quite an achievement. So, you know, well done to them on that. But that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is, you know, because it just blows my mind how much of a transformation it is. The gameplay mechanics are still basically the same. You still start on a planet, find a ship, get off the planet, blah blah blah, and go explore. But there is more story to it now. There's more, you know, the bugs that were there before are gone. It's it's been made into more interesting gameplay. Try to make it less boring than that, I said. And there's plenty of other features where, you know, you look and you go, yes, this is something I would want to play. And it is something I would want to play now as well. But my system, for the fact my system can't handle it, like I said, because it is a big game. But, you know, that really, like I said, you know, what else can you say but, wow, well done guys. Because yeah, absolutely amazing. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough, and no, I'm not sponsored. I just I picked that up today because I like to talk about video game topics. But no, if you have enjoyed what you have seen here, and I really hope you have, please leave me a like, leave me a sub, leave me a comment down below. If you have any opinions on No Man's Sky, or on a vlog you would like me to do in the future, please feel free to leave those in the comment section down below as well. I do look when I get comments, and even if I don't reply to them all, I do see them, so I will be happy to have a look and see what suggestions you have. Either way, thank you again so much for watching. I have been Joe Silver. This has been a vlog. Goodbye.